What's going on, everybody? This is your host, Mike, bringing to you another episode of Everyone Wants to Be Like Mike. And today I want to discuss all those critics out there that are talking smack about my man Ben Simmons, all right, and Klay Thompson. Everybody feels like they have the right to say something about them, speak on how on how garbage they are, trash talking about them, and honestly not understanding what they went through in life. I could guarantee nobody sitting there talking smack about them fully understands what they had to go through in the last few years to get to where they are now. But you know what? Let's get to the point. Everybody's talking smack, right? We got Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, and even Stephen A. Smith talking, trash, saying Ben Simmons' game is preposterous. All right, first of all, let's start off with the word preposterous. What do you mean by preposterous? Ben Simmons' game is preposterous. I mean, you use these big-ass words, all right, trying to make yourself look really intelligent and like some freaking genius that goes through the encyclopedia every single day, but somehow you use these big words and yet they don't make sense at all. Nonetheless, they don't make sense, and none of us truly really get what you mean by preposterous. I assume you're talking about his game and how he declined so much in the years and what we actually what we actually expected. But you know what? That's all inferences. We got to all freaking figure out what you're really saying. All right. In defense of my man Ben Simmons, all right, in the last 2 weeks, Simmons is averaging 15.5 points, 6.8 rebounds, 5.8 assists, 1.3 steals, 1.2 block shooting, 82% from the field. All right. Where are you critics now? Okay. Why isn't anybody talking shit now about Ben Simmons? All right. He's playing well in the defensive end. He's playing well in the offensive end. He's playing well next to Kevin Durant, who's a complete dominator. Right? Nonetheless, he's still putting you up those 15 points. He's still freaking getting you a steal, a block a game. He's still giving you 5 assists, 7 rebounds. I mean, what more can you really ask for from a guy that you are saying is trash? All right. And we'll get more to the Klay Thompson part of things, but you know what? To say that Ben Simmons is trash, all right? Some people would say that, if anything, that it's better to say Ben Simmons is trash than Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson has proved himself more. But you know what? Nonetheless, that's not true. Just because Klay Thompson has more rings under his belt, more wins, whatever the case may be, doesn't really matter, right? Ben Simmons is a great player. I love him, and honestly, in defense of him, now everybody's all quiet. Even Ja Morant released a statement saying, now my man Ben Simmons or something like Ben Simmons and Klay Thompson are now playing all good for the last 2 weeks, and now nobody has a word to say, which is pretty much true. Nobody has said anything, all right? Anything at all about them playing actually well in the last 2 weeks, all right? Moving on to my man Klay Thompson. All right, well, let's forget about the last 2 weeks. Let's forget about the season in general, all right? How can you talk shit, smack about somebody, okay, who, all right, just came back from a serious injury last year, still ended up winning another ring in the same year next to Steph Curry, adding his ring account to 4, all right? And still talk smack about this guy. We all know what the guy's game is. He's a shooter. He's a true shooter. That's what he does, all right? And I feel like after all the smack everybody has talked about, both Ben Simmons and Klay Thompson, let's start off with Klay Thompson now, right? And let me tell you what he's averaged in the last 2 weeks. Both averaging amazing feats since the time that everybody has talked shit about them, right? And Klay Thompson averaging 22.5 points, 4.2 rebounds, 1.8 assists, almost a steal, and a whopping 5.2 threes a game, shooting almost 47% from the field and almost 86% from the line. All right? You're going to go talk shit about a player like that? All right, Ben Simmons and Klay Thompson. I feel like they needed that from you guys. Just keep talking shit. They'll just keep getting better and better. They'll get back to who they truly are. And who doesn't want players to succeed? I mean, you have to be a complete selfish piece of shit to talk about somebody, all right, that's in your position where you've been one at one point at a time or another. And I'm sure you guys haven't had perfect careers, all right, and that's the truth. And you guys are sitting there talking smack about these players. Yes, talk about how they declined a lot, but don't talk smack about them, right? Well, why do something like that? And I respect Ja Morant for, shouting it out, saying specifically, yo, you guys are not talking shit now. You got Klay dropping literally 41 points in one of the last few games that he played, dropping another plus 30 points, and now he's dropping over 20 points a game. You get what? You got nothing to say? Ben Simmons is almost triple doubles a game. You got nothing to say? All right. So you know what? When you got something to say, stick with it. Don't freaking shed bad light on Ben Simmons nor Klay Thompson because they still got it, obviously. All right. And that's all I really got to say. If anybody disagrees with me, please comment. All right. send me a request to speak about the issue. I'm more than happy to do so. All right. Once again, the show is presented to you by Notorious Pools Radio. Everyone, all right. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to Everyone Wants to Be Like Mike Instagram page, Notorious Pools Radio page. All right. We all love you and thank you for watching. Have a nice day, man.